Okie dokie. Play some Vergil. Trying something the past few days. Out in my front yard where my neighbor's dog can see me and just sit out there, so I was trying to see if I could just like sit out there with my headphones on and read a book for half an hour. The dog would be barking the whole time, so they'd have to do something about it. But apparently the dog loses interest in me if I sit out there long enough about things. Didn't exactly work. Dog, it goes fucking crazy every time they have a delivery, anytime like one of them comes home and they just like stand in their driveway, like anything like that, right? It just goes absolutely, and they just don't like do anything to stop it, so it pisses me. Hello, Blazin. I did feel to go 50-0 yesterday, Blazin. Big achievement. We're all very proud of you. I mean, Carmine is in like every single top 8 I've ever watched. Looking to see if there was an option to make it play the battle music. Thought I saw someone reference it. Oh, guess you can after all. I would just sit and listen to Bury the Light the whole time if I could. No. Glass. Black. Red goober. No, don't let me win. I want to listen to the music. You ruined it. I was jamming to that. See, I just want the music to not go away the whole time I'm playing, you know? any character in Unity who doesn't have some broken shit? Isn't that like that's just anime fighters? Every character has some dumb broken shit. That's why you play an anime fighter. Any character releases in an anime fighter and they don't have some dumb broken shit, everyone immediately rushes to call them low tier and unplayable. That's literally just anime fighter. I mean, even like the sort of like the default, you know, Shoto type characters, right, are gonna have like yeah, like even the characters that are like more normal seeming moves, like Ragnar and BBCF is another example, right? Where it's like he's like got the main character move set, but like still got kind of insane stuff he does even with that because his like fundamental skills are pretty good. Even the more normal characters in games like that often have that to them. Imagine not being the storm that is approaching. You know, one nice thing is that now that I've played all the DMC games I intended to really play, now I can watch all the speedrun content and stuff, and I'm seeing like all the shit people do. Like, do you know how people beat DMC3? In DMC3, Helmbreaker is extremely good. I don't know if I have Vergil's version of it.
Now you suffer.
Apparently apparently in DMC3 specifically, what you can do is you can use the air hike move, the one that lets you like jump on an enemy. You can Helmbreaker and then cancel the backswing of Helmbreaker with jumping off the enemy, and then Helmbreaker again, and you can just chain this till the enemy hits like a free counter attack.
Get lost. Blast.
Helmbreaker is just neutral Y in this.
Beat.
But you do like this. You just like chain these moves together, and it's like
Blast! Get lost!
even like Vergil 2 and 3 like gets kind of comboed by this. The only enemy that you can't like win with this and like Royal Guard is Arkham, the where that summons the dolphins. Apparently even speedrunners just like don't have a way of making that fight fun. There's no saving that fight. It's irredeemably dog shit. Impossible to make that fight good, apparently. Which, I mean, I feel like I could have told you that, but I usually assume that, like, the speedrunners might have something, you know? Maybe the fight has some sauce. But no, apparently that fight doesn't have sauce. Like, it's actually kind of... It wastes your time in a speedrun. Well, the speedrun uses items, but the speedrun doesn't really care about your grade at the end, except for the orbs you get from. If it needs the orbs, to buy upgrades for the speedrun, then play for rank in some cases. You know, in the speedrun, it's like if you use a holy water, then like it's just fast, right? You just win. Of course, you would press the win button if you can afford it in a speedrun, right? I didn't want to play that way. I was like, oh, you're not supposed to use items because it turns your grade down. Right? I was like, the game disincentivized me to use this. I just didn't use it. I made the game a lot harder for myself than it had to be. And I still almost beat it without using any items. It was literally just like the last two boss fights just tilted me so much. Yeah, exactly. They route them out, but like still. I think for the actual dolphins they summon, they just spam the bazooka. But like, I think there is a strat to like. I think they spam. I think against that boss they use the holy water once Vergil shows up because you actually can't use your royal guard or your trickster anymore. Because the fight becomes kind of unplayable even for speedrunners. I think as soon as Vergil shows up for that part of the fight, they dump the holy water. But I don't think they use it before that. Camera? Yeah, it goes to the I am the storm that is approaching part the moment you the moment you hit S rank, so that's probably the part you're gonna hear the most in game. But it's kind of quiet until then, and then all of a sudden you hit S rank and it's just like balls to the wall, you know?
This bear.
And I can't complain, right? Like, Vergil just has so many fun tools. He has great voice lines and everything. Can't complain. I don't have any MVC3 trauma. I've never played MVC3, sadly. Every time I've watched, like, every time they run, like, a retro, like, MVC tournament, though, everyone runs Zero May Cry, so I feel like I've seen what people hate about it. People still run that shit even when it's, like, for fun. Hey, MVC3 is back, guys, tournament. People still run the broken shit. Right, but okay, took a really long time to let me.
Scratch. Thumb. Don't move.
But yeah. I also found out what like some of the boss weaknesses, both their weak points and their like mechanics were from watching the DMC speedrun history. Today I learned. Guess who did not find out any of that shit playing the game normally? This guy. He didn't tell me nothing. I didn't realize that Agni and Ridra was fire elemental and that mattered. Relations. I didn't know you could jump and hit Beowulf in the eye. Hey! What? I don't know how I couldn't hit the other one. Yeah, I need like the ground, you know, the ground hitting move for Beowulf. Weapon is unusable right now because I just get in the air and I can't hit anything. Just auto combos in the air and hits nothing. I need to spend some orbs. Oh, look, here it is. Hey, look, I'm gonna do the beam. Sit, Vergil, sit. This is the best you're gonna get. It really is like the exact chair though. Like it's like you've got like the same like little, you know, like dirt pattern on it and shit. Assuming Vergil doesn't call Nico, right? I'm assuming got his statues instead. I don't know.
Now you suffer. Right. Out of my way.
Like now the game is playing like the climactic music. It's not gonna play Bury the Light anymore. Our neighbor's dog is going off at something. Oh, it's just them, I think. Well, my plan failed. They didn't bring the dog in because I was sitting out there. Just ignored it, and now they're gonna ignore it while it barks at them too. I'm gonna become one of those guys that plays like loud bass music in my backyard. You know, I'm gonna buy a sound speaker or something. Play loud music in my backyard every day that this happens. Oh, maybe for you it's karma from all the Mitesh notes. Think about it. I think in this case, they might not be here because their car's not here. They just left the dog in the yard. The dog's gonna bark at delivery drivers, I guess, every time. Annoying as fuck. Go, GMC raid. Hello, GMC. How was your stream? Not sure I saw what you were playing, but I hope it was. Unless it was Dota, in which case I hope it sucked and you uninstall. Imagine playing Dota and your Shiro was trolling. Well, I mean, many such cases. Many such cases. Happens to the best of us. We've all been trolled by a Shiro in our time. Do you not remember the immortal words of one Jackie Mao? Don't fro. I don't like this boss. My streamer is playing May 5 on May 6th. That's, you know, good point. Good point. Could have done it for the meme, but I didn't want to play. I didn't want to stream yesterday.
Get lost.
Alright, come on, I definitely got it there. No, the leg attack!
Shall I entrust it to him? Get lost.
I definitely pressed there. Dude, I definitely have a thing about like the big beast enemies in these DMC games, because like the hit tracking and stuff is like Dark Souls level of cringe. Like how the fuck does some of this work, you know? It's like Beowulf. Like the hit tracking on Beowulf's melee combo in DMC3 is so fucking insane. Like he turns 360 degrees in the middle of swinging. It's bad. It's bad. So this is like the equivalent of Royal Guard, which maybe I should learn, but I kinda want all the sword moves. Is it the hardest difficulty? No, I'm playing on normal. I didn't really think I'd be too good at this game because DMC kind of kicked ass, I'm be honest. Wait, what does Virgil do with these? Alright, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed all 3 seconds of Bury the Light you got there. Well, I mean, I'm playing with like a fully upgraded Virgil, right? Versus like the tutorial enemies still. Didn't really expect it to last that long. This is like the fakest platforming section ever because you can't really go anywhere except where the game literally lets you grapple, hook, jump, or teleport with Virgil. Not that I mind really, because I feel like actual platforming is kind of bad. It was definitely bad in 3. Oh, not 6 skills, it's smokin' sexy style. Everyone knows me as the smokin' sexy streamer, obviously with the neck pillow and everything. I have to live up to my brand. The hell are... Vergil Tesh OP. I mean, honestly, any character would be OP if I was playing through the game again on normal. With, like, all the upgrades and stuff. That's basically what this is. I didn't turn the difficulty up to compensate for anything. I'm not sure if turning the difficulty up takes away your upgrades. Like, I'm literally just playing the game, but I use... Like, I have a lot of HP, and... I have a bunch of upgrades. Well, not a ton with... You can see I have a decent amount of here, and... Well, I'm not really getting hit anyway, but, like, you know... Yeah, that's true. It could do that too. I don't know that it doesn't. I don't think I would really enjoy playing this game on a higher difficulty that much. It's not without, like, researching some of the meta stuff that's actually OP. Having some critical information. Because this game does a bad job of giving you critical, this series does a bad job of giving you critical, to be completely honest. At least in my sample size. Not a series for people who like to be told in a tutorial or tooltip all the things their character can do. Not even like, you know, like, I don't know, what was the meme? Now, sometimes the game just, like, tells you what to do immediately, and that's no fun, but this game just, like, doesn't tell you, like, that your move do some things, or, you know, things like that. It's kind of, like, kind of vague on the utility of doing some of the things your character can do in the first place. The orbs. Yeah. Like, for me, I'm gonna play like a spectacle fighter like this. and I want to like engage with the harder difficulties, the game has to either like start really like leading me towards playing the game properly, or it has to, or I have to like look at how other people have done. I don't figure shit out like this. Real. I'm the kind of person who does things until the game makes me stop doing them. I want the game to like kill me for playing it wrong and not just like let me cheese my way through it. I never figured out how to go over here, I think. I accidentally progressed the plot. Cheating is based. Yeah, Mitesh CD. What's wrong with cheating? No, hey, Mitesh. Mitesh is going to cheat when testing my app I'm working on. Mitesh is my free playtester. I don't even have to ask. He just plays it if I post it. I think he's gonna have to cheat this map. Yeah, I know. Where you would go over here. Like that space up there too with the is this not just where V comes through later? This stuff here so V can see it. Well, this one wouldn't be. I don't know. I actually looked around for that and I didn't see it still, so fuck me, I guess, right? I mean, honestly, that's gonna hurt you more than it hurts me, because I'm not the one who has to remember all the things you found and did. You're just torturing yourself, honestly. You could stream Yada though, if that is an option. So I'm not sure you wouldn't really need much backseating, I think, at this. You don't need like top player advice. Yeah, no, like he well, I'm not gonna say Zed is an easy part. It's probably like one of the 5 hardest parts, but it's probably like the 4th or 5th hard. AS for sure. Well, depending on where the dust you missed is. If it's just like one random tile someplace, then like definitely AS. Or if you notice you missed the dust and like it kills the nerves, I guess maybe SA is closer, but I'd say AS is more meaning. AS gives you an idea of what your actual like SS pace will be too, probably. You know, knowing I got like a 220 AS and I was like, oh, I'm actually gaming. Not just going to get an SS, I'm gonna get a good SS. Presses people. I actually did impress people, I think. I know it impressed one person. So that counts. Take that. I mean, your SS pace is be like around 3 minutes, which is pretty good, honestly, for a first SS. Like solidly, like doing good strats, not cheesing, playing the game correctly. Here. Bro, he's just gaining on me. Hey, where's my iframes? Bro, he literally swung through the clone. I was just throwing to let you listen to the music more. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta throw. YouTube is weird. Anything about that? Found your ad block. They might have. Oh. I don't know. Or since I switched to Firefox, like all the anti-ad block stuff has kind of just been no longer much of a thing for me. I just switched over to Firefox and said, fuck it. Like, do you go back now or something? I think you just miss these orbs. Don't find whatever path is. Really weird. I do not know where the path to those orbs. Missed it twice. Might just be impossible. Maybe it's just an elaborate troll left in by the devs. It's the devs' fault. Area the light being paused. I know. You can't. There's no option to just like listen to the battle music all the whole time. You have to like mute the. Mute the game music and just the background, which I could do. I've done that before. Famously. I have played video games that way before. It's a very successful method. to put Buried Light on in background for runs. I mean, you can. Nothing can stop you. Although the Zeta background music is pretty fucking good, honestly. A very, like a whole genre of Atlas maps that just uses that background music because it's like one of the most like pretty and on the longest loop. Prettiest, it's on the long. It's only used in Zeta main game, or at least it was on DX. I don't remember if any of the DX maps. Like, it's pretty uncommon, so... Yeah, the base game music is nice. Obviously. I genuinely wouldn't have played this as long as I have if it... Unfortunately, save stating kind of fucks it. So I don't tend to listen to it. Nice. Save stating fucks with like the specific thing under the hood that the music playing, basically. It fucks with like the literal API call. Not even music, like it fucks with the persistent play music across death API call. It or not. Punishment. Here's, yeah. Like, this is totally not relevant to anyone who's not like learning how to script themselves, but like when you play like a sound effect in the game, you can choose whether to play it over the sound effect or the you choose to play it over sound effects, ambiance, or use background music. And it breaks when you load a save state, even if you do any of the other two, ambiance or sound effect. There's actually a map recently where someone played the BGM from Clock Tower and had a Clock Tower app icon chase you around. He deliberately like boosted the sound to max and put it on sound effects so people who had the BGM muted would still hear it. But it turns out safe stating still broke that, which is how I found that out. If Clock Tower catches you, you get warped to Clock Tower and you can't play the map. So like I made a save state in the map so I could get out of Clock Tower quickly. But it turns out that I basically fucked the funny. I did that. You didn't? It's one of J-Dude's recent maps. You can probably find it if you try. J-Dude is my hero. I assure you, by the way, since you might not know, Nitesh, but the actual unironic like high effort maps that he's releasing are going to be quite good. Do not be afraid to try them out, although the hard ones will be probably hard for you. Oh, I mean, he's been releasing a bunch of shit posts, but part of that is because he's working on actual good maps. Those are actual work. But trust me when I say the actual good maps are very good. I tested like 4 or 5 of them. They're all very high quality. Oh, you know, I didn't try fucking up the books last time. Here's a secret I didn't. You vandalize. You know, Dante wouldn't vandalize, but Vergil vandalizes everything. But he's cool. Vergil's based. Art? Look, art. My parents had art and they abandoned me. Grr. Ragey. Virgil likes arts and literatures and shit. I mean, I don't know if he does actually. I think you really only see it in DMC3 if anywhere. I don't know where you would see him do it. As I recall, mostly he just lets Lady's father do all like the nerdy shit. Be wrong though. Fuck this. I destroyed the whole room. Properly evil, like Vergil would want. Platforming. Nice. Usually, do you do this mission with, Nero? Well, the Nero part of this. Oh, Nero would be able to get up here. Yes. Well, depending on if you have your correct consumable equipped to your slot, that sometimes just isn't. Not mad about it all. I don't know, you could imagine Virgil likes the arts. I don't imagine he's had much time. He also dresses like someone whose appreciation for the arts applies to only things that feature the color scheme black very heavily. You know? Like he listens to like Finnish death metal or some shit. That's it, and he won't listen to anything else. Look at this guy. How does Vergil fight some of the bosses? Curious now. Because V's bosses benefit a lot from you not being in the line of fire. Got me. I do not know how to. Okay, that was the correct. Okay, I hate this boss. This boss just stalls. I forgot this boss just nothing but stall. Also, I have like no, only have one weapon I can actually hit with in the air. Okay, I de-warped into the Master Spark. I give up on fighting this boss with good combo. Vergil, fuck this shit. Boss was actually kind of fun with Nero, because like he can actually like stay up on top of her and stuff. I'll just eat the bad combo, I don't care. I like that there's a modern controls macro like it's Tekken 8, you know? Playing versus someone who is on modern controls in the middle of a fight is such a Tekken thing to have happen though. Some wild days right after long. Alright, so this should be V's fights. Means it's gonna be filler tutorial enemies. Also, don't know if Vergil can do all the platforming he can do. Vergil doesn't really, they don't really have an air dash or a, or a double jump. And V is significantly aerial mobility. So I can get to everything. I don't really need to get to everything. Yeah, so like where Nero was, right? There's a way for your Virgil to get over to that part of it. Orbs that I was missing.
Go to hell.
Use that move. So I mean sure. What's weird is that, like, normally the stuff you can't interact with isn't loaded, but I really feel like you can't get up onto that bridge at all. That's where I'm going right now, you know. Going to that bridge, just render that thing early.
Go to hell. Get lost.
Yeah, like this stuff was all this stuff was like a tutorial platform. Some of it. What I don't know is if there's any out of bounds glitches. It feels pretty solidly programmed, but I'm pretty sure there's some in other RE engines. So now that orbs aren't there, actually. Interesting. Completely defeat my idea that maybe this is something I'm supposed to. Get with the other character. Or if you just like go on the internet and type like dmc5 mission 3 red orbs or something, you just find a bunch of people asking about it. But he fired at me. I feel like whatever secrets I've missed, I feel like I'm finding a whole lot new. I see something I didn't see before. I didn't notice that. I would have remembered not getting that because it's an obvious place. Bro, my clone did not help me there. Right, I literally couldn't see this. Okay, that's one I missed. Sane observation skills from your streamer here. Anywhere? It actually does. Interesting. Bro, do the move.
Now you now you now you
I don't know where I am anymore. I have a Nidhogg hatchling I had the last time I played this level. I don't remember where I think I might have seen where to use it the first time I played the level, but I don't remember where that was. Here, and then you come out here, and then I went up here. I jumped over here. I missed some orbs because I'm an idiot. Out here. Got the Nidhogg hatchling. Jumped over here. That puts you back on the main path, right? I think. Over here. Enemies, okay. Well, this is where you use the... Oh, it wants me to go this way, which I don't... I suppose. Okay, there were two. I have two. Progress on? Remember this area. And I'm just gonna gaslight myself. This is definitely the kind of game where I watch someone on YouTube to find all the secrets because on map and there's everything start looking the same to me. The way the decoration is. I really rely a lot on like visual landmarks and games like this are. Oh wait, no, what? Apparently this was someplace I hadn't gone. They call me the secret finder, 'cause I find the secret. Wait, why am I here? I don't want to be here. Playing as Vergil, not V. This is kind of bad, actually. Like hard with Vergil. This is so much harder with Vergil, actually. Vergil can't fly. It has like the goopy teleport up move. And I guess this works technically. Still. Fuck you, books. I guess that's not that bad. I feel like this should have been a piece of thing, not herb, but I don't know. Like a lifestone fragment or something. Bro, you stop attack. They just like do nothing. They just swing through everything. Enemies are so hard to combo. You gotta like be really aware of when you're knocking them down, or else you just get fucked immediately. No. Alright, I have no idea how you do this fight with a melee character. Alright, that like did something. I still don't really understand this boss fight, to be honest, because he like just doesn't do anything for too much. What the? Alright, just I don't care. Alright, yeah, you know, this fight is so much less fun when you have to actually melee attack him. I'm actually just gonna die even though I'm fully upgraded, because like, you just have to actually put yourself at so much more risk than the original version of this boss fight. This is a bad fight with Vergil, and probably with Nero or Dante too, to be honest. This fight just doesn't work unless you're V. I forgot I had the Goober attack. Should have used the Goober attack. Oh no, I know what boss is next to. Man, some of these bosses are gonna be real, like, buttholes with, I never figured out how this thing actually works when it attacks you. Now, does this doing that do me any good? But actually, I know now how like the legs work because I did the normal boss fight. But clear to me. Just meant to be jump scared by this thing. You go through the level or. Nice, I hit myself. How do I get hit there? Like, he's going the wrong way, he's swinging at the wall. How do I get punished for doing that? Why did they make a 9-minute song that you'll only ever hear like 30 seconds of? I mean, I'm glad they did. It's a fucking awesome song. Like, why did they do that? I don't actually understand. Whatever, you know. I guess. No, I guess we just take what you get, right? Got one of the coolest songs in gaming out of it. Was all this just for a thing? A sequel? Is that why you come? Where you actually stand, though? My problem. Ah, Ryuka would say. Hot. He still hits! He still swings! Nothing interrupts this guy. I swear. You guys are literally insane. Like, I feel like the literal apocalypse could happen and they'd just be like, You know, they're probably still like a few of them kicking around after the white block fades. It didn't go anywhere. You teleported and then didn't go anywhere, Vergil. Just, I hate these. Like the worst part about the first early game in this is that you can just spam these enemies because they're like the only threatening one. Alright, I clearly need a better strategy for this. I didn't even see the animation there. My doppelganger is not helping here, actually. I want to get away from them, but like you really can't. I feel like I have to like jump over them or something. Jump does have iframes. Someone has once said. Well, you know, if I could see them, that would help actually. What is this? Okay, just do that, I guess. I don't think you get the health upgrades for like. Shouldn't these have health upgrades? But I didn't do these. I think if you do them as Vergil, it just always gives you the golden orb. I don't really. I'm not gonna say I don't need. Maybe I could. Finish eating all this stuff if I got tilted at one particular fight. Like maybe the spider fight's fucking garbage ass dog shit is Vergil. It might be. It might be. There's a good chance that it is. The Nidhogg fight was kind of bad with Vergil. I think the fights that like Dante and some of the fights Nero do are gonna be fine, and then some of them are gonna be kind of awful. Like, really what I want is I want an air dodge, right? That's what I want more than anything. I was playing with Trickster, I was playing with Nero with the air dodge, or like, you know, using V's thing to go away. I was like, oh, this is fine, but like... I feel like you're supposed to block and rely, you know, play more Royal Guardy with Vergil. You know? I think I need to learn the block button and rely on that a lot more. That's how you get your summon B gauge too, which is really strong. Probably what you're supposed to do is a lot of these you're supposed to like block some attacks and then build the gauge and then put an opening or something. No. I don't really care about this. I want to fight it. I forget if this is where you're supposed to go or not, but I'm here now, so if I miss stuff, then I think this is where you're supposed to go. you do this, right? And then you summon V. And V does the things. What? But she was swinging at nothing! Then she still caught me! Why do enemies do this? I really wish games would stop programming enemies that, like, swinging even when they obviously miss you. Like, I always react to them missing me, and then they don't react, and then I just get fucked because I expected them to react. Dang. I got Beowulf. This weapon is horrible, like, enemy following in the air. Get up in the air once and it's just like, okay, well now I just can't hit this thing anymore. I don't know. I feel like this is the kind of game where if I wanted to like play it on a hard difficulty for S ranks, you know, and stuff like that, I would really want to like take advantage of other people who already know which attacks are countered by what and what gives you combo and like what certain enemy AI manipulations do. Otherwise, it's kind of annoying to be. So annoying to just like have things not work or like have to like notice things in the middle of now getting my ass kicked. I don't even remember this fight because I think the did so much. he finally swung his sword like a normal boss and hit me with it. Wow. That's insane. Alright, just hit him. Yes. He doesn't do anything. He just runs around. Circles. Teleports. It's actually, honestly... He, like, doesn't even really hit V very much either. Like, fight him with V. Save up for some. Oh. Hey, what the? I remember him doing this. Bro. I don't like this fight. Oh fuck. But I thought there was a tell for that. Why did I misremembering? Hey, what the? He's about to spike me? I don't know. There it was. Alright. It's a little bit easier when you know the mechanics. It's still not very fun, but whatever.
Come for it. Die. Weak.
Guess who's not the storm that is approaching? Those guys. Guess who is the storm that is approaching? Me. Imagine not being the storm that is approaching. Oh. Thinking about my YouTube uploads reminds me I didn't upload DLC runs from this past deal. I don't know if I want to or I was still deciding if I wanted to do. No one actually watches my YouTube anyway, so. Not as far as I know. No one ever tells me they watched my YouTube. It does feel a little weird that we have like this massive event all the time, and we don't put that much content out for it. We don't really advertise it per se. Tell everyone who's already interested in the game to play, but we don't don't advertise it quite the same way a lot of other communities.
Get lost.
And again, I'm not sure I would like it as much if it had a lot of mainstream people coming in saying stupid shit anyway.
Now you suck. Now you wreck.
Like the little after image there on his sword slash. Yeah, it's nice anyway for me to have like a actual YouTube video to go back to and be like, I was this good at this point in time. You know? I feel like a lot of people, especially, like, kind of don't want to draw attention to stuff they did when they were bad. Like, you can go on my YouTube still and find like my really bad first PCB normal clear, where I put extra lives on and stuff. I still barely cleared because I was nervous as fuck. Time I got anywhere. You can still find it. You can see how bad I was, and you compare it to how good I am now. Right. You know? Like, stuff like that is nice to have. Honestly, for Dust Force, like, all my old PBs are just there on this server. Might be nice to have, like, some person, too. The thing about it is, I feel like the only people who'd be interested in, who would be both interested and understand everything are, like, people who can already find the plays and it without my analysis in the first place. Not really much of an audience for it. Okay. Anyone who really cares how I used to be can go and find my replays on Dust and analyze them. Value added, unless I was like actually getting people to buy the game, to try the game from this. I pressed dodge. Can't see, actually.
Don't That's that. Slide. Now you die. Get lost.
I think really what my problem is that I'm not really interested. I don't really get much fulfillment from people just watching my videos but not knowing whether they understood it or not. Number of views doesn't matter, but knowing that someone like understood something because learned something, I don't really get that from watch my YouTube, however much they watch it. Not much satisfaction in.
Now you fly. Get one.
I don't know how they weren't getting comboed by that.
Wreck a beast.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, probably the DMC videos. I have this feeling that like if you're just like a random YouTube Andy, like not putting like, you know, all the stuff that the YouTube algorithm really likes and showing your video in Discords and stuff, like the thing that's gonna get you views is just like being one of the 3 people on the internet who made like a video on the, you know. The reason why my YouTube videos that have performed are Raging Loop gameplay and like the weakest shot type in a hard Toho game. It's like, you know, nobody puts their Maurice to see players on YouTube because there just aren't that many. He plays that shot. Dog shit. Like, it was actually kind of a funny run too. Like I think it's like a good run to have on YouTube. Like no one who clicked on it probably did that, you know. Just like people who don't know the game going, hey, can you actually clear with this shot? It seems kind of dog shit. And then they see my video, and it's like, oh, you can clear with this dog shit.
Get one.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder if that has to do with some of the older games being just like, hey, you know, kind of impossible shit. stop playing the regular battle music in these chapters, by the way? Like, I like it so much. Where is it? Where's the option to give me the music that I bought the game to listen to, you know? The music takes this game from like an 8 out of 10 game to like a 9 out of 10 game. The music's like 1 or 2 review points on its own. Using. Are you holding out on me, bro? I don't know. You've definitely uploaded a lot more to YouTube that would like get picked up by people. Peace. You actually put like some thumbnails and some effort on some of the videos. Past. Sometimes. I haven't really put that much effort into it. Kinda don't give that much of a shit. YouTube's kind of a garbage platform to a lot of ways anyway. I'll always remember, okay? How many rounds did you win in that first to 50, actually? How many of those games did you take around? It wasn't a 100-0 round win, was it? Got 1 round with Astral. Well, yeah, I mean, you basically won the first to 50 if you Astraled him once. Think about it. That was a bit. That was like a Dark Souls attack there. Bro, I just. What the? This guy's just swinging! What's that guy doing? He's just standing over there. What? Bro, there's a fight! Don't you know we're at war? Whatever. All a lore fight for Vergil here. Did you know? He doesn't care. He's done with trauma. Yeah, losing in round count 100 to 1 is kind of rough too, I'll be honest. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think the result was kind of inevitable from difference in how you and Blazin approach the game. Blazin just having really clean execution. But kind of rough. Yeah. I mean, Blazin's winning by playing the game correctly, and Mitesh doesn't win by playing winning it. When you and Mitesh play, it's just you guys trading counter hits, and then Mitesh is the only one who reacts fast enough to get a combo off the random counter. More often than not really fighting games, that's just like pressing buttons. Yeah, that's the thing, is like Blazin knows like which moves which moves you can actually open him up with, and so he's trying to react to the actual mix-ups good players would be doing. Means that you basically have to execute, because he's just always going to hold correct block button and not let you. And he's patient enough to not get impatient and let you get random counter hits like Mitesh is. I played versus him, I was trying to open him up properly, but even when I did hit, I was kind of bad at confirming it, and that's really what that's what I was gonna practice. I was gonna practice just like confirming off of the mix-ups that my character actually has. Actually ending a combo after that, finding a simple knockdown combo. Like that's kind of boring, right? And it feels like it feels worse than grinding combo trials. Because when you grind a combo trial, you just land the combo and then you're just done. But like when you're like hit confirming, your metric for success is right. And I like correctly react to my character getting the hit instead of block, you know, this amount of times in 50 attempts or something. You do it 50 times, then you count how many times you did it, and you try to get that number as high. That's kind of boring, and I know you and Mitesh don't really do things, but I've forced myself to become that kind of gamer so I can things like really hard speedruns and less gold. Kind of have to be willing to enjoy just like doing something that's literally nothing but practice. Now, there's literally no reward except for knowing that I'm better at practicing. Yeah, and I feel like most people, when I talk to them about stuff like this, say they're casual and they don't try it that hard, but like, if you can't do something you want to do and you're not trying things like this that actually really improve, then fine, right? Casual or whatever, but like, I'm gonna start thinking to myself, oh, well, you say you're frustrated and you want to win, but you must not want to win that badly. I don't let myself get frustrated by these things unless I think I've actually put in the diligence and the work to like just practice something and be good at it. I haven't found very many things yet that I can't do once I apply this mindset. I feel like most people when I say they should do things like this think I'm telling them to take all the fun out of whatever they're trying to do. And don't do it. I still don't know how to get that. I guess you can get it with Hero or V. I don't think Vergil can get that. Trials are only really useful for telling you like what your character's common setups are and how to execute. I think. It's like a manual for things your character could do. not really a good way to like tell what the best way to win a match is. I don't think trials tell you how to win a match effectively. And maybe they'll tell you like, can you execute this character's precise in stuff like that. But it won't tell you how to get the first hit. Some people won't let you hit them with the easy setup that leads it to the combo you like, you know. The only combo I ever learned in Tekken 8 was like just as simple as this in a bread and butter. I just learned how to play the neutral game more importantly. He's stuck. So, you know. There's a reason why when it comes to like the sort of like competitive mindset and how I think people should be trying to do stuff and things like that. I just did the one rant stream and then I basically said all my thoughts are here, and if I hurt people's feelings, then too bad, but this is everything I think about this, and left it at that. The topic I've thought a lot about, but I feel like a lot of people are kind of averse to the not popular popular things, you know. Usually not an issue, but it's kind of hard when like and I pretty much know I'm right. Because like everyone who's like successful at these things does some form of what I'm talking about, or is just insanely otherworldly talented. Yeah, I understand how these work now. Literally just a test of can you win before the thing falls. Get the item and some orbs. Where it falls down to down. Guess I just didn't kill him fast enough with. I think this was the Neuro stage. Yeah, I mean, I know I'm not wrong. It's just that, like, it's not a nice thing to say to someone that the way you're doing things is completely wrong, limiting you. Well, don't react well. I'd rather be kind than correct. Bro, he's insane.
Get lost.
Okay. Alright, you can't break it. You can't interrupt that, I guess.
Wreck a beast.
Well, people also don't really react very well when I say this, but you know, if you choose an input device that just makes it so you straight up can't do something, then that's still a skill.
Get lost. Blast.
Having the having the willingness to adapt and change things about how you practice or how you input device you, that is part of the process. Ignoring it will just limit you. So I make fun of Mitesh for the whole ceilings thing. It's because he's playing on D-pad, and it's like, yeah, it's kind of hard to do those inputs on. Like, he's the one who chose to play on D-pad. One who chose to play on controller. Gotta find a solution that works on controller, or stop bitching. Bless. How long this mission is. The one where you actually fight Urizen. That rises the actual Urizen fight. It's kind of funny that like Vergil's playing the role of 3 different characters while like just doing completely different stuff at this. Orbs off. Alright. I can fight it.
Too slow.
Speed run. What's speed running?
Now you die. Go to hell. Now you
I charge my gauge up here. Alright, well, I mean... I'm gonna fight myself. Alright, this thing is really annoying, actually. Doing a decent amount of damage at least. I think it was like hella iframes or something. Bro, you gotta stop. Gotta stop just... Stop making me run back up to you, damn it. This is the one you can lose, man.
Scatter like dust.
Right. I hate this attack. Yeah, anyway. Part of the reason why I've been kind of like not really playing the E2 stuff as seriously is because I don't really have the time to like dedicate know, but playing multiple games in this way where you really focus on learning correctly and putting in the hours of practice and everything. Kind of taking it easy on the Dust Force grinding while I go for this Toho clear. Not making. If I wasn't busy this weekend, I would be practicing Toho like 2 hours a day probably. Try and get this clear. I would put in 10 hours of practice this week, then do some credits on Saturday. Yeah. It would be 10 hours of like sitting here and just repeatedly trying to do certain things consistently so that clear run it would be the best chance possible. Like, that's it, you know. I really will just spend 10 hours doing that now. If I want to do something hard, I'll spend 10 hours practicing it. I've learned how to make that fun and stay engaged with it and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is why I'll never listen to people tell me they can't do things. You're just wrong. Crash. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go now. Good stopping point. It's kind of like an awkward amount of content left on this, where probably have like 1.5 streams left to do in this Vergil play. I guess I could like run through the levels and skip stuff, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. 9 Souls will be fun. Looking forward to some games. Yeah, puzzle. Be more of a puzzle gamer. Yeah, I'm out. Thursday.